All right, guys, this is your Bitcoin and crypto news for 4/5/2018. I had a friend text me this morning and said, I used to have $3,000 in my account. It's only 1,000. What happened? I was like, Bitcoin went down. But anyways, let's go through here the Bitcoin and crypto news for the day. Actually, really interesting here. I just opened up CoinMarketCap, and this is what I look at. You look at the number of cryptos. Overnight, the number of cryptos went down. I don't know how accurate that number is, but it kind of makes me shake my head a little bit. There was, we looked at this number every single day, and there's 1,600 yesterday, and now there's only 1,597. Little story back from the trading floor. There was a day on the trading floor where I made a trade, and I bought some calls for like 30 cents. I sold them for 35 cents, and I bought them from the ICE, which is an exchange, for 35. So I locked in a 5-cent profit. The next day, the broker came in, he goes, the stock got taken out. And the broker goes, we need to bust that trade. Like, pretend it didn't happen. I was like, why would you want to bust that trade? It's a huge winning trade. And the fact of the matter, which is really funny, is that, they wanted to bust the trade because they knew the guy was going to go to trouble. So if this crypto number starts going down, the only reason I can think the crypto number is going down is that maybe some cryptos or ICOs think they're going to get in trouble with the SEC or the OCC. I wouldn't be the OCC, it'd be the SEC or the government, which is why that number would be go down. So that's actually really interesting here, that I see the number going down to 1579. It's only a 3 lot, but maybe tomorrow it'll be back higher. Markets, so this is your volume over the last 24 hours. Even though Bitcoin actually has about 45% of the dominance, the volume's 41%. Tether is your way of converting stuff to cash. Once we start getting in a bull market, and I know I've been talking about the triple confirmation system for a long time, but once we start getting in a bull market, that I will start being a little bit more active with my trading, stop losses. The problem is we're in such a bear market right now, it's hard to find long setups. And the only thing you can actually short is Bitcoin right now. So Bitcoin is the only thing you can short. If you have a special account or if you have $10 million, you might be able to short other things. But as I watch it, you can't really short anything. And if you're in a bear market and you can't short anything, it's really not that great. Tron actually number three in volume. So I don't include. I don't say Tether's part of the volume. So Tether is just US dollar. People are saying it's a scam, but I do have $10,000 in Tether. Ethereum, 9% of the volume. Tron, 8%, and so on and so forth. Centra, I don't know this one. It's 11 cents, 1% of the volume. I would think the cheaper coins have more of the volume. So let's move it back up here and go back to CoinMarketCap. So market cap, a little bit of a rebound here. I was watching it last night. It was around 250 billion. And let's look over 7 days. So 7 days, we still have that low from, is that an April Fool's joke? If this is like the low of Bitcoin for entirety, we could say it's an April Fool's joke. The April Fool's joke is, April Fool's joke is that on April 1st, it was the lowest market cap it's ever been. So the low comes in at April 1st, 243 billion. We have rebounded a little bit. Like I said, guys, I was watching this last night, and we got to about 250 yesterday. So 243 is the low from 4/1 in recent highs. March 30th, and we actually just got back up there, 280. So this is a 7-day chart. So 7-day chart, we're between 240 and 280. I've been talking about a lot of times, the Bitcoin market cap will play a range for a long time, and you can play the breakout of the range. So, let's say we break 280 to the upside, you could look to be buying certain coins depending on what you like or your shopping list. And shopping list is a really important thing that you guys should always have in mind. And you can use, the market cap as a guide. Let's say I liked IOTA. Okay, so if I liked IOTA, and let's say IOTA is $1, for argument's sake. Okay, and let's say it's on my shopping list. If IOTA sells off, I could be looking to buy it, right? And what price would I want to buy it? I could either buy it when the market cap hits a low, or when IOTA hits a certain level. And that's when I can add my buy levels in. So maybe I want to buy IOTA at $1, I'll add more at 67, and then I'll add more at 33. I always talk about average cost is $1 stuff in, but you guys, obviously up to your own discretion of what you want to do personally with your individual trading. I can sit here and teach you everything I do with my trading. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm killing it in cryptos. I'm getting crushed in cryptos. I'm down a lot. But, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to say, I told you so. I put my money where my mouth is in anything, in all my trading. And I still truly believe that cryptos are the wave of the future. I'm willing to invest, like I said about yesterday, it's about 6% of my net worth, I'm not including my business, into cryptos. And I'm comfortable with that number. I said 5 to 10%. If it goes to zero, I'm not going to say there isn't a risk that it goes to zero. But from my point of view, I still believe, and I talk about this in the boot camp, I talk about this all the time, is that there's a 50-50 bet, okay? So this is a binary bet. There's a 50% chance that Bitcoin goes to 50,000 in, 5 years, maybe 3 years? And there's a 50% chance that Bitcoin goes to zero. And that's just my opinion. There's no statistical history behind it. So there's a very good chance that every crypto goes to zero. And I'm not going to be the one sitting here on YouTube channels and saying, guys, I didn't tell you there wasn't risk involved. Okay? Past performance is not indicative of future results, and there's always risk involved. Okay? And Bitcoin could go to literally could go to zero. So when you guys are trading this market, understand this is an untapped territory, untapped market, and it's very, very volatile, and it's very, very risky. Okay? So market volume, look at this, guys. We actually see a little pump here. I said if you get closer to that 14 to 15 billion, that's really, really high. So we see the volume of 14 billion. That's a pretty high number here. So 14 billion is pretty high here. Bitcoin dominance, we're still holding around that 45% level. So that is a look at this here. Let's go back into CoinMarketCap. I kind of see Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin. This is the first day we've seen it for a while. I can bring up my calculator and I can see 6880 divided by 386. So 17.8, we were looking at it about 16.9. So I think this ratio, okay, you can trade WTI Brent, you can trade so many different things, and I like to look at this ratio here, and this ratio is 17.8 to 1. It tells me that for every 17.8 Ethereum, there's one Bitcoin, dollar for dollar. I think this number is a good buy. So I don't think Ethereum is necessarily a good buy versus USD. I think Ethereum is a good buy versus Bitcoin. Ripple down to 50 cents here. Bitcoin Cash, I've just never liked. Litecoin, ever since Charlie Lee sold his position, I haven't liked that. EOS, I have been a fan of. Cardano, that's a flyer. Stellar's a flyer. I do like Neo. Monero is a privacy coin. A lot of people like that one. IOTA down again today. Tron, whoa, it's up 24%. But we talk about this on a 4-cent coin. How much is it really up? So we have Dash, Tether, NEM. NEM is one of the biggest losers, I think, in Q1. So NEM, a lot of NEM got stolen from one of the exchanges. Binance BNB is actually one of the 2 coins that's up in Q1. So the 2 coins that are up in Q1 is Binance and VeChain. So if you happen to be in those, I was in Binance. I don't have that big of a position in Binance. As we go through here, just kind of looking to see what's going on. Steam back down. This is a social media platform for cryptos. So if Facebook, I think Google announced it April something. They're gonna shut down. They're gonna shut down YouTube, and it's. I don't know if they're gonna shut down YouTube, platforms or what they're gonna do with YouTube, but they're doing something with YouTube where they're gonna be shutting off maybe advertisements. A lot of people that got shut off of Facebook have found a way to tweak the strategy. And what they'll do is they'll just go in there and then they'll say a blockchain instead of cryptos, which is kind of like a tweak, which is interesting in here. So let's go to movers and shakers today, and then we'll look at some charts. So gainers and losers, I always look to see, hey, do I know anything? And I was actually talking to my friends about it, and there's so much crap out there, and there's so many bad names and it's almost like a marketing ploy now, where you come up with something, and you come up with a creative name, and you say, this is, actually I own Nemic, so that's good. You come up with a name, and you hope people buy it on the name. So like, I mean, you can just look here, and like these are the ones that are probably gonna move that much. But like Super Bitcoin, like seriously, come on. Super Bitcoin, like if you just looked at this and you said which ones have the best name marketing wise, or if someone doesn't know anything about cryptos and are just buying something based on a name, Tattoo Coin sounds awesome. And then you'll have, the way that it works is you'll have people that are like, oh dude, this Tattoo Coin, it was up 147%. And then you'll have all these people that go chase this coin as it trades $63,000 a day. If you take that divided by $27, let's see what exactly that is. So you take 63,589 divided by $27. It traded 2,300 coins. I mean, that's literally insane. 2,300 coins, okay? What has a good marketing name? Super Bitcoin. Oh, dude, are you in Bitcoin? No, but I'm in Super Bitcoin. Life, I don't know. I mean, that's less than a penny. So I talk about this all the time, and there are over-the-counter stocks or penny stocks, and then there's real publicly traded companies. And I wish that the crypto market would move to this, so we could eliminate this. And I would say my threshold would be a minimum of $1 million a day, and a minimum, and this would actually get rid of, I would say minimum 50 cents. So if we got rid of that, this would be gone. This would be gone. This would be gone. Gone. Okay. So I just wish there was like 2 exchanges like there is in the stock market. I wish there was one exchange that had over the counters, and then one exchange had other ones. Gone. So if you look at that, I just took 21 names. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so that would get rid of 16 of the 21 names that just traded here. So like, I personally think that the cryptocurrency market in place should be divided into 2 basically main sectors. And one sector should be crypto penny stocks, and that's fine. If you want to trade penny stocks, that's fine. But I'm not a penny stock trader. I want to trade like real companies. Like, okay, I trade Thinkorswim, right? And this is my Thinkorswim account for the day. And here is my P&L for the day. I'm up worth $3,000. If you look at these companies, CTAS, Melco, Sohu, Adobe, all publicly traded companies. These are the ones I day trade. I know everybody knows these names. Apple, Tesla, Netflix, Baba, Amazon, Facebook, Google, okay? I'm trading publicly traded companies. Okay, so just understand that I hope, and I don't think this is going to be an answer that's going to happen every single night, every single day. There is a point where we get into 2 things. We get into quote unquote penny stock cryptos, and then we get into real cryptos. And how they decide which one's which, what I would do if I was the SEC, which I'm not the SEC, is volume in a day, okay? Make it a minimum of $1 million. If it doesn't trade $1 million in a day, you don't want the average customer to get in here because, okay, let's say this top one, Tattoo Coin, traded 2,300 coins. Let's say AK was a big baller and he wanted to go buy 1,000 coins. You couldn't buy it. This would probably make this go up another 147%. Okay? So I hope at some point, and it will get there, guys. It's just when it gets there, okay? I hope they would just get rid of the volume and the price. Maybe they don't need to get rid of the price. Maybe they just get rid of the volume. So if we go back in here to CoinMarketCap and we looked at, let's say, 1 million. So I can go by volume. Okay. So if we got everything less than 1 million, fine. That would cut us off at, well, these aren't going to be in order. Let's see how many are on a page roughly. Hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 OMG. Okay. 28 to Nucleus. 28 to Nucleus. 42 to Neblio. 56 to Quash. 70. So about 80 names. So let's say they made a minimum of $1 million. They just said, hey, If you're not a million, you go on the pink sheets, okay? And they cut this off, okay, at 1 million. And I'm not saying this is what they're gonna do. I'm just saying this is what I would do if I was them. If they cut it off, then you'd be able to trade 80 names. And those 80 names would be a lot more liquid and they'd be a lot better to trade. So we'll get there at a point, and you just gotta kind of grind through it. So let's go back to trading volume, go back to the gainers and losers. I don't know any of these names. I am in Nimic. Let's go to losers. Car taxi token. Like, seriously, this probably raised $50 million in capital. Car taxi token. It's half of a penny. Like, why should this company, I mean, they're not companies, they're cryptos, I understand it. And I understand they probably have some use in the world where they're trying to make it an easier way for blockchain technology to pay for taxi cabs. Whatever. Why should this get to be a coin? Ocean Chain. Bitcoin Diamond. There's so many Bitcoins. Okay, and I don't know any other names. So it's just be very, very careful, guys. Okay, we provide education for you guys every single day. So hopefully you guys can navigate between the good and the bad. Because there is a lot of bad. A lot of good, a lot of bad. So hopefully we can get you guys through the navigation level of this. Okay, and like I said, this volume here of 24 billion is pretty good. Okay, on the uptick, up to 258 market cap, and I did buy some Bitcoin at 66, 67. So I did buy some here at 66, 67. Sign of the devil. And I bought a little bit more AGI, and I don't know that much about it. I know it's about robotics at 11 cents. This has not moved. And I bought some 8 share, I think at like 540. So I added to my 8 share. It's 540 right now. So the buys I made are pretty much unchanged over the last couple days. So let's go into some charts here, and we'll start with Bitcoin here. And Bitcoin, you know, every day we don't have to look at, we can just kind of zoom in into the 15. Okay, so let's go to the 15. Let's remove this on the bottom. And put in the insert indicator. And my scripts. I'm not logged in. Why am I not logged in? Sign in. Okay, maybe this is why. I think this should be good now. Leave. Okay, so if you look at Bitcoin on the 15, and then I want to pull in my triple confirmation system down here. And I couldn't change it yesterday for some reason. Ew, that's not what I wanted. Am I logged in? Okay, I'm logged in. I guess we're gonna have to manually look at it. So on the 15, why can I not change the time frames down here? All right, anyways, 15-minute bar. Okay, we have broke the cloud to the 15-minute bar. Okay, so we can look at 2 bars here. We have right here, we broke the cloud to the downside, and right here we broke the cloud to the upside. So let's go to the 30. 30, we're in the cloud. So we're not gonna get a triple confirmation. 60, we're below, and the 2 hour we're going to be below. I know if we're below in the hour, we're going to be below in the 2 hour. So Bitcoin has not triggered, a buy yet. So Bitcoin has not triggered a buy. So like if we go into it, we look at it, 15 is bullish. So this is the first time Bitcoin, actually 15-minute bar has been pretty bullish for a while. Let me just bring it up on Thinkorswim because I have it on here. So Bitcoin. And the chart. And I go to the 15. Okay, here's the 15, and we have the 30. It's actually really interesting is that we bounced off the relative strength in the index here of 20. So we got down an RSI of 20, and then we did bounce off that level. I mean, I don't know how interesting that is, but whatever. So anyways, 15-minute bar, we had a breakout in Bitcoin here on the 15. Huge bar here, went from 66.20 to 68.20. This actually, was that a short right here? So this actually was a short here in Bitcoin. So short at 66.75, 125. You would not have got 125, so it actually would have been a loser. So the 15-minute bar, we actually had a triple confirmation short loser here. You would have shorted Bitcoin there on the 15, triple confirmation here on the 30, 60, and 2 hour. You actually would have had a short right here too. Let me see if that trade was a winner or loser. So that close of the bar was a 68.10. You would have risked to 69.10, and you would have got down there. So that actually was a winner, literally barely, but 68.10 short, covered it there. That was a winner. You would have shorted it here. We would have been stopped out right here. So thinly traded clouds though on the 15-minute bar here in Bitcoin. And I wish I could look at the Ichimoku cloud on the whole market cap, but for some reason I can't. So let's just look at a couple charts here. Someone was saying something about Tron. So Tron, you know, if we go into the monthly, it's gonna be bullish. Actually, there's nothing in Tron. They must have just added this to TradingView. Weekly, daily. So the daily chart in Tron under the cloud, and the cloud actually isn't formed for a couple more days. So they must have just added it. 4 hour under the cloud, 3 hour in the cloud, 2 hour above the cloud, and then as we get to the 1 hour, it's probably above the cloud. Yeah. So, you know, an hour breakout here in Tron. You know, I don't like to take Tron, but you know, let's look at one more. Is there anything you guys want to look at the triple confirmation? Otherwise, I'll just pick a random one. We have about a minute and a half left here. Is there anything specific you guys want to see? So interesting not to watch the market not move today. EOS, okay. EOS I like. I did a coin mastery series on EOS, and EOS. I like EOS long term. EOS USD. Here we go. Coinbase. Okay, so we started the monthly chart. Monthly chart, we got up to, that's Ethereum. EOS US dollar. Okay. So EOS got up to about $20, and now it's 6. So you look at the percentage, it's down from the highs from 20 to 6. It's down about 2/3. So it's down about 2/3 here from 20 to 6. And then we see, so monthly, there's no cloud. What trading desk? I have a lot of different exchanges. Binance, Bittrex, Gemini, GDAX, Coinbase. Daily, under the cloud. So it's actually not a buy on the daily until 10:40. If you're a little more active, 4 hour is about to break the cloud to the upside. 3 hour, break in the cloud. So, you know, if you wanted to, you could buy with a stop under 509. 2 hour, strong. But look at how thin this cloud is, guys. Okay, it's a thinly traded cloud because there's a lot of overlapping bars, and there's not higher highs and higher lows. So this is not something I'd really like to trade on the cloud. Stuff that works well in the trade cloud is things that are trending things. Here's the hourly, and then here's the 15. So the 15 had a breakout here, but like I said, guys, I mean, I would use the daily chart, and I would say, hey, so this is my best gauge, okay? This is the low from 318, and we talked about the 318 low in a lot of things, and actually EOS hasn't broke the low. So if I wanted to take EOS as a counter trend trade, I think EOS is okay here on $6. There's your stop, guys. That is as easy as it gets. So I would have a $3 stop loss. So I'd use the daily chart, buy it at 6, stop loss at 3. So that's it for me, guys. Everybody have a great day trading. Thanks, and Mark's going to take you to the next portion of the day.